Today is a big day in the market as the SpaceX IPO is officially live. And a lot of people were fearful coming into this that it's going to suck a lot of liquidity out of the crypto markets, but we're actually seeing the opposite happen. And it looks to be almost a news type of trade. We're heading into it. The market was pricing this in, and now we're seeing a bounce. So in this video, I'm going to go over the tokens that I think can bounce the hardest after the SpaceX IPO, because I expect in the short term, at least, that the SpaceX IPO will continue to probably climb as retail does buy in. Maybe over time it takes some dips, but I think this will actually stimulate the crypto market a little more than people were anticipating. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. This will be a quick video today. As always, guys, if you're new to the channel here on In the Money, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more. Every single week, we have you covered top to bottom, everything you need to win across the crypto markets, prediction markets, and more. And of course, a shout out to our sponsors down below in the description. Check out Variational. I mean, one of the best perp dexes on the market. They have an upcoming airdrop as well, over 450 tokens, and you can trade space there if you are looking to do so. So check out Variational down below. Let's just jump right into the action. Obviously, the big news today is SpaceX, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But if we look across the board at the top tokens in crypto, we're seeing a lot of green across the board for the hourly, the 24-hour, and especially the 7-day charts as the market was taking a slide. Like if we just go over here to proper, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart, for example, and we will start to see the weekly action here. We see a big dip here, obviously, from 74K all the way down as low as $59,000. And people were extremely fearful at this point in time. The fear and greed index, which today is 18, was as low as 8 last week. And now we're seeing a nice bounce heading into this SpaceX IPO. So it felt like the market was pricing in, okay, a lot of liquidity is probably going to leave crypto and jump into SpaceX, and the market kind of prepared itself for that. But I obviously think that is now with, 2020 vision. I think that this was a news type of trade, right? Coming into SpaceX, people were fearful. And now I actually think this is good for the crypto market in the short term. And I do think we're going to see some pumps on some top altcoins. So on the surface, it does seem like the SpaceX IPO was priced into the crypto market over the last week. I would not be surprised to see quality altcoins bounce in the short term. And just to show, I mean, SpaceX literally, they launched today, and they're the 6th largest company in the entire world behind NVIDIA, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. It's pretty insane to see where this thing actually launched at. And I thought that this was just hilarious because we're very familiar with this in the crypto space. Low float, high FDV altcoins prepared me for this day with all these VC raises like Mega ETH that we've been shorting endlessly, etc. So all these crypto fundraises and then token launches, they definitely prepared us for days like this or the upcoming Anthropic IPO as well. So I just thought that was pretty hilarious. And for me, I think the thesis is simple. Longing into quality alts, like for me on this trading challenge on proper, I did take a long this morning on HYPE. Entry point was $59.98. We're sitting right now at about $62. I do expect this one to continue to climb over the weekend. I think HYPE's due for a little bit of a bounce back here. And on top of that, they're getting the gist of on-chain volume for SpaceX. Like proper, by the way, I'm doing a prop firm challenge here on proper. I'll leave a link down below in the description. I think this is the best platform to do it. It's built on Hyperliquid, so they have all the same trading pairs as Hyperliquid. The rules are pretty friendly to be able to pass this challenge. But more importantly, they have an upcoming airdrop. So all of your trades on challenges, or if you end up getting funded, do factor in towards that. So I am going to do the 10,000 challenge. I need to make $1,000 profit, so 10% on this account to get funded. I think we'll make it happen, but it's going to be a slow and steady grind. For now, I closed out my Mega ETH short, and I'm going to re-enter once the market loses so much momentum. Because if we do look, Mega ETH, I did come out in profit on my Mega trades. But if we look here, it is up 5% on the 24. It's climbing back up towards that 5-cent level. So I'll find another entry on that short. But that was a successful trade. But now looking at Hyperliquid, I think that this one might reclaim 63 $64, $65 over the course of the next couple of days, especially as SpaceX volume does come through. You can see on proper that SpaceX is listed here, which is also listed on Hyperliquid. So that's why HYPE is pumping. Like, they're getting a ton of volume today because of this SpaceX IPO. So number one for me is longing into HYPE, into this IPO. I think is a fantastic play, and I will continue to do that. And if for some reason this goes lower, I'll probably add to my spot positions, because long term, I see Hyperliquid trading at $100. Moving on down the ladder here also, I think that stuff like 𝗬, if we do see more momentum pick up in the market, would be a good buy. But also just looking at Venice, I think that Venice is the clear cut, in my opinion, the AI giant of this cycle. I think they're going to continue to grow. We see the FTV at $1.2 billion. We saw this over $20 just a couple of weeks ago, as you see on this chart. So for me, I think Venice is a great buy, especially if the market does continue this momentum. With it being as high as $20, you're getting a 25% discount on this token from that time period. And this thing moves very aggressively in a good market. So if SpaceX actually stimulates the market, brings capital in, and makes people bullish, etc., these types of tokens could really benefit from that. And I listed that in my tweet. I like HYPE, I like VVV, and I like 𝗬 in this current climate, with HYPE, I think, just being the clear-cut trade right now, because people are literally trading on-chain SpaceX during this time period. So I'm expecting a bit of a sort of a buy the rumor, sell the news, but it was more like a sell the rumor, buy the news, because today SpaceX launched and we're seeing a big kick up in the market. I mean, over the last, it would be literally 24 hours, Hyperliquid is looking on a very nice trend here. If we just look, we'll pull up the ruler. I think that would be like that's over a 10% gain over the last like 36 hours on Hyperliquid. And I think that this does continue with the amount of volume they're going to continue to get, especially when hours are closed. So the stock market closes in about 3 hours from me recording this. The good thing about on-chain is they can trade over the weekend. So I expect HYPE to definitely continue to climb. And then they're obviously dumping that revenue back into the chart. So this is my top trade at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the market climb in the short term off the backs of the SpaceX IPO. So that's the quick crypto update for Friday. We're going to have you covered next week, Monday through Friday, with crypto updates. We're also live streaming trading the World Cup on prediction markets. So I'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over the next couple of days to stream these matches. Today, Canada versus Bosnia. Tomorrow, I think we have Qatar, Switzerland, and then Sunday is Netherlands and Japan. So really excited about those. We'll be making money in crypto on trading. We're going to be making money in prediction markets. So come join us on those streams as well. Like the video and subscribe down below. I'll see you guys on Monday and on the live streams, of course. As always, trade responsibly, my friends, and of course, stay bullish, my friends.